Welcome, MissPlanIt. Summer's here, guys, and I know those of you who are planning these summer beach weddings are looking for some awesome, inexpensive ideas, and I got one for you. This one, we're going to use cream soda bottles. And this project is called A Message in a Bottle. We're going to be using 12-ounce cream soda bottles that I purchased for $3.99. We're also going to be using sand that I purchased for $2.49. We're going to be using corks. And the corks are not on my table. I'm so sorry about that. But the corks you can buy in a bag for $2.09. I have my mirror. Now the mirror was $5.99, but I promise you I did not pay that because I got it on 40% off. We have some wooden dowels that we'll be using for $2.47. We'll be using some shells from this bag. The whole bag was $3.99. We're going to be using several little mini tea lights. And the tea lights for a bag of 50 were $3.99. I got this wooden letter because I'm going to also show you how to, a really neat creative way to use wood letters as your table numbers. And this one was $1.49. So those are all our supplies. We have a can of spray adhesive paint, sorry, not paint, glue, for $5.99. So, gather all your things and join me back here for an awesome, inexpensive beach wedding idea. Alright, so I hope you got your supplies. I hope you enjoyed that orange soda that was in our bottles. I know my kids did because they never get soda. So, I have 3 of my 4 bottles. I have taken off the sticker and I have washed them out as well as dried them out. You'll see why I want you to dry them out in a minute. This centerpiece is called Message in a Bottle. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But let's go ahead and set our base. So I have my wonderful glass base, mirror base. I love the mirrors because they reflect the candles when you have candles on them. And I'm going to put a pretty healthy size portion of sand on here because I'm going to set my bottles on them. And we'll have to kind of play with the sand and make sure I have enough on there for them to stay. But we'll start with that. So my first bottle, what I did is I just went on my computer and I printed out somebody's wedding date and their names, and I just outlined them in a border. Just know you can use whatever paper, you can use whatever ink color, just make it your own. I just did the basic black and white so you can get the idea, but take my plan and make it your own. So I have my trusty bottle and I've cut out, from my paper, I've cut out my messages. And while I'm rolling this up, you can make your message anything you want. It can be, I found the love of my life, or I hope you find the love of your life. And you see that? Isn't that wonderful? Just a message in a bottle. And then I'm just going to sit that so that you'll be able to read the message that's in the bottle. Love that. And then I'm going to take my date. And for this, it's actually a wedding date. It's my anniversary date, actually. But you can make it the date of your wedding. And I'm just rolling it loosely, and I'm going to put it inside my bottle. And once it's inside my bottle, I'm going to unroll it, like so. Okay? And then I'm just going to try to, let me try this again, tilt it. I want you to be able to see both of them. It just takes a little bit of maneuvering. And remember I told you we may have to add more sand, because that's what I want it to do. Now, what I would suggest is once you get your sand proper, we're going to go ahead and take our glue gun and kind of adhere the bottles together so they don't roll. So, let me have a minute to get that done and I'll come back and show you the finished product. Be back in a minute. Alright, we're back. And as you can see, we have everything set up. I didn't end up gluing my bottles together, but you may want to think about that because if you have children at your wedding, they'll just instantly want to touch it, and you don't want them to touch it and a bottle was rolling off the table. Another thing I want to bring to your attention is you can always print out your message on colored paper or textured paper. You know, use your imagination. I just did it on basic white just so you can see the basic principle of it. But remember, it's your plan. Take my plan and run with it, make it your own. I added some inexpensive tea lights. Each tea light was like 7 cents. So the total is, what, 28 cents for 4 tea lights. I ended up using the majority of my sand. I have about 1/4 of a bottle left of the sand. And also I added 4 shells. Each shell comes out to about 19 cents a piece. So for under $8, you have this beautiful centerpiece that basically came from the grocery store. I'm just really impressed with you. All right, as you can see, we have our beautiful beach message in a bottle centerpiece, and I've added a table number. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. It looks like it's a lot of work, but it's so easy. What I'm going to use for that is my spray adhesive, my sand. I have 1 shell and 1 wooden dowel. Okay, just take your time with the spray lid. So I've sprayed the front, and isn't that wonderful? And then on the back, I'm going to glue my dowel first. And you could have glued your dowel before you started the sand. I kind of got it ahead of myself. But, you know, as long as you don't have any sand on the back. So I just put a glue, measured it about 2 inches, hold it for a few minutes. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the back, spray it. Then I'm going to spray my wooden dowel. Spray my wooden dowel, have sand on that, and add a little shell. Sorry, a little shell accent piece. You know, it could be there. I kind of like it at the bottom. And then you have your beautiful table number. I used a funnel to put sand inside my bottle, so that's my base to hold my table number steady. And I really, really love how this turned out. I hope this is something that you can use. Again, we're going to go ahead and set the table now, and let's see how we do. I'll see you soon.